The rocket parts were transported on bicycles and bullock carts. Look at this photo. This is how India's space journey began. Today, India is a well-established space power. It has reached Mars. Today, India is unfurling the tricolour in space to mark 75 years of independence. Do you know India was also the first country outside the permanent UNSC members to test a nuclear bomb? And it did this despite the world's best efforts. Reports say the CIA killed an Indian scientist to roadblock the nuclear journey. The US had even deployed a satellite over India to spy. So work on the nuclear test was mostly done during the night, and equipment would be returned to the original place in the morning to evade detection by American satellites. Code names were used. The thermonuclear device, for example, was placed in a shaft named White House. On the 18th of May 1974, India took the world by surprise. It became a nuclear power. The operation was called Smiling Buddha. The director of India's Nuclear Research Institute, Raja Ramanna, told the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, "Buddha has smiled." How did India achieve all of this? 1. Democracy. 2. Literacy. From the very first day of independence, every adult in India had the right to vote. And just for reference, it took the US 150 years of independence to adopt universal adult franchise. In the last 75 years, India's population has grown from 370 million to 1.4 billion. States have been reorganized, but the sanctity of elections has never been compromised. They're chaotic, yes, they're controversial, but they're held without fail every 5 years. Voters queue up in front of booths, some cast their vote, some vote their caste, but all of them exercise their right. And there have been dark periods. Like the emergency in 1975, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was facing protests. Her future in office was uncertain, so she declared a 22-month-long emergency. Democratic institutions were attacked, politicians were locked up, the press was censored. But it did not last. And that's the thing about India's story. It's far from perfect. There's corruption, there's inefficiency, and everything else that we keep complaining about. Yet, India's democracy has delivered. It has alleviated poverty, built world-class infrastructure, and sent Indians to space, to win gold medals and beauty pageants, and to lead the world's biggest companies. Literacy has played an important role here. When India became independent, 4 out of 5 people could not read. The literacy rate was around 12%. For India to grow, it had to educate its people. It made free education a fundamental right. Schemes like Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan and midday meal ensured that children found their way to schools. India expanded its educational infrastructure. In 1947, India had only 28 medical schools, 4 dental colleges, and 33 engineering colleges. Look at the numbers today. The India that could neither read nor write is now the world's biggest talent pool. Top engineers, doctors, Indian origin CEOs all bear testimony to India's growth and transformation. Today's India is home to 1.4 billion people. It is progressive, yet rooted in its culture and values. It is home to the world's youngest population, the world's largest democracy, the world's largest film industry, the world's largest diaspora population, the second largest road network, a leader in climate action, a market that every company wants to enter, and a strategic force that every government wants to partner. Today, as India celebrates its historical achievements, it also has a clear vision of the future. This is India at 75.